So today we're going to be fixing this issue. And this issue. As you guys can probably tell, that doesn't sound good. There's a couple issues up front that we're going to be taking care of today. One of which is this. This is a Mishimoto fan controller. So right now the fans on this car, it actually has two fans. It has a pusher and a puller, and they are really nice fans. It's got a SPAL fan. I think it might be the OEM fan, I'm not exactly sure, but there's two fans right now on the radiator, and they are hot wired, so as soon as the car turns on, the fan comes on. I don't really care for that. The car does have an aftermarket Mishimoto radiator, which has a tap so that I can plug in this fan controller. What's cool about this controller is I can actually set the temperature that I want the fans to come on at. So maybe 150, 160 degrees, then we turn the fans on. There's really no reason to have them on when you first start the car. Doesn't make any sense to me. The second thing we're gonna be tackling today is all of that pulley noise. So I believe there's a couple idler pulleys here that are making a lot of noise. Now it's really hard to tell without taking the belt off. As soon as I take the belt off, I'll try to spin the pulleys and we'll see. But I picked up a couple of OEM pulleys here. If you guys have watched our videos for a while, I did the same job on my E36 and it turned out to be one or both of these pulleys. Now I'm hoping this is the only issue. There is some other stuff that it could be, like a tensioner or something like that, but we're gonna start with this, and if that does not work, I will go ahead and maybe replace the alternator, maybe replace the tensioner as needed. So first step is to take this ratchet here, and actually I need to pop off this dust cover, which is gonna be a little bit hard for you guys to see. On the tensioner, I'm gonna pop that off with a flathead, stick this in, apply a little bit of force, and so I got my pictures taken care of. You can always look up diagrams online, but if you know that this is working, it's a lot easier just to take an extra second and take a photo. All right, so not gonna take off the air conditioning belt down there. I can see that it's in okay shape, at least for now. So I'm just gonna kind of move this thing out of the way, but it is good to look at it. So the belt is off now, and the next step is to play around with each one of the pulleys and spin them and see if I can hear any of the bearing noise. So now that there's no belt on here, let's go ahead and try this one. Okay. So that's not good. Now let's check this one. Now that's not good either. Now let's check this one up here. That's not good. The supercharger is not gonna be able to move by hand. It's too much drive on that. So we have this one. We have this one. We have this one, and is that it? Looks like my car does not even have this offset pulley, so I'm gonna set this aside. I believe the supercharger might have replaced that section. Now, this one we do have. This is the one that I just lubed up right on the tensioner. You guys can see it right down there. Now, when I spin this one, there's a little bit of noise. It might be a little hard to pick up on camera, but you can hear it. As opposed to this one, when I set this one down, it's barely even moves. So we're definitely gonna go ahead and replace this one. But the bigger culprit is for the two other pulleys that are on the supercharger. Listen up closely. And this one specifically. Now, I don't know if these are part specific, but what I'm going to do is take these pulleys off. I'm gonna label them and I'm gonna take them off and I'm gonna bring them to the local AutoZone because I believe that's kind of a generic type pulley and that I can just pick up a good one. Shouldn't have any issues as long as the diameter, the bearings are good, everything is fine. So I'm gonna take these two pulleys off. We're gonna head over to AutoZone. I'm gonna have to actually walk there, pick up some new ones, come back, reinstall everything. Ow! Oh, this is why I love working on cars. If you guys have racked your knuckles in the past 2 weeks, comment below, let me know. Man, ow! Really cool is AutoZone actually carries the exact Koyo little idler pulley. This is used on a lot of the Active Auto Works superchargers, so that's awesome. Unfortunately, they do not have it in stock, so it's gonna be about 2 hours till it gets back to the shop. So I'm probably going to head back home right now, and I'll check back in with you guys when I have all of the parts.
A few minutes later.
I'm back at the shop right now. I just connected the positive terminal in the car, and we're gonna be installing the Mishimoto adjustable fan controller. This is not a sponsored deal or anything like that, but the first thing we're going to do is install this little temperature probe. Now this probe goes right onto the Mishimoto radiator right here. So I'm going to try to do this as quick as possible so all the coolant doesn't drain out on the ground. I'm going to remove this plug here, thread this one in, and then we'll get to the rest of the wiring. All right, well, Ripperino there. I'm not really too sure. The Mishimoto radiator and the Mishimoto fan controller temperature sensor, for some reason, is not the same thread pitch. It is the right size, but it's not the right thread pitch, and I don't want to have to tap and tap this whole thing right now. I'm not really too sure why they would have done that, but I'm gonna have to do some more research online. So for now, the Mishimoto fan controller is gonna be on hold. Okay, so one other question for you guys. I'm hoping some of you guys in the comment section can help me. I have the fan on the back side here as well as the fan on the front, and it looks like they are both wired together. So my question is, with the Mishimoto fan controller, can I just wire both those together to the same relay? Right now it's got 2 relays up here. I want to get rid of all of this weird wiring, redo this the right way, solder connections and everything. So I want you guys to let me know, can I just use the one relay that came with the Mishimoto fan controller, or do I need to get 2 relays? All right, back from AutoZone, got the right parts. So here they are right here. I got 1, I got 2. These are the old ones. I'm gonna go ahead and swap over the hardware, pop these things in. One other thing I did off camera was install the regular tensioner, the new tensioner. So once these are in, all I have left to do is just route the belt, make sure everything is tight and good, and we're good to go. I can't wait to start it up. I hope it is nice and quiet. So we got the new idlers on, including the OEM one, and you guys can hear, or actually you probably can't hear because they're silent now, so I'm just gonna be quiet and listen to these things. So comparing this to before,
that's not good.
It is a world of a difference. I think we fixed the problem here, guys. I'm super excited. Let me go ahead, look at my photos, get this belt rerouted and everything all squared away, and get ready for the first startup.
1 eternity later.
All right, guys, I got everything all lined up, tightened up. I think we are ready for the first start. I unplugged the fuse on the fan just to see what the motor would sound like without these fans running all the time. And hear the whine of the supercharger, but that to me is pretty normal. If I were to close the hood, that sounds like a normal car now. So problem fixed, only about $35 at AutoZone. That is awesome. Now obviously we still have to deal with the fan thing. I'm gonna go ahead and plug this fuse back in. Of course we don't want the car to overheat, but that is awesome to know that it wasn't a major issue. So, all right guys, so that pretty much sums up today's car work. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel, help us get to 100,000 subscribers. We're almost there. We'll see you guys in the next one. Any of you guys that are watching this right now need a new project car? Well, we're giving this one away. This is a 98 VR4. Go ahead, check out the link below. Join throtl VIP for automatic entry. It's so simple. You guys will not be disappointed.